Hello everybody, it's SHAZIZZ here. How come I keep showing you this gizmo over here with wind turbines, windmills and blades and stuff on a day that it's not windy? How come I put it in the worst possible place? If you notice the tree line over here, pretty brushy. A little bit of wind going on back there in the field, but not enough to get through there just yet. So anyway, notice I've added a few things here and there. There's a couple extra blades on that. What's it all about? What's that crazy old mad science SHAZIZZ guy weirdo doing? Well, that's the question. You notice that this is on, and you can't see the little sparks coming off right there on my finger tingling. Hopefully it won't mess with the camera. And you see that up there. And this right down here, galvanized and copper coated all the way down into the dirt. And then shoots over here and has its own little switch right here that when flipped on begins to turn that right there. Now what in tarnation would that be about? It's kind of wobbly too. That's kind of weird. We're at 545 on the voltage. She's a turning up there. Not turning, and not turning. Absolutely no wind. Okay. Hypothetically, if a really strong wind picked up and started blowing that right there, and blowing that right there, and blowing that right there, what would happen? According to your calculations of this big old mess of junk sitting out here. Now I'm going to turn that switch off again, and you're going to go down here to the voltage, 6.32, 33, 34. Alright, it's going to level off at 34. And once again, this lighting, power supply in there, have been going since I think in 14 or 15 days. Correct me if I'm wrong, not sure. And this one here joined in sometime after, but it's still going. And so basically I'm posing the same question to my free thinkers out there. What's it all about? I deliberately used junk. I deliberately used everything as inefficient as possible and put it in the worst possible spot that I could. I've got AC current, I got DC current, I've got static electricity, I've got AC capacitors, DC capacitors, fluorescent bulbs, I got old out-of-date capacitors. There's a 1000 volt one is a small one, and the big one's a 600 volt DC capacitor. There's a negative ion generator, spark gaps and such, which I'll have to show you at night whenever I get an opportunity to, possibly in the next video or two when the wind picks up and all that kind of stuff, because you can see it's nice and calm And somebody asked me in the last deal what this was. This is a little bottle video that I made a long time ago. It's a generator that lights up that little bitty light bulb, and I got to rework that because it's set out here for many years and basically got all corroded. I used an old deal there for that. It used to be one of them garden windmill things. But anyway, short video. What do you think's up now? And what could I be potentially thinking about doing with the barrels like that? Alright, with that said, folks, stay tuned if you're a free thinker. And my thumbs downer, I'd appreciate it if you'd just at least say why you hate my videos. That'd be kind of nice. But otherwise, I'm still going to continue to do what it is that I do. 6.38 and rising. Do. Let's drop that voltage down again. Hit that right there. Wonder what I did wrong. My gizmo ain't turning. Alrighty. Well, I'll figure it out and get back with you. Probably a loose wire. Everything's electrical taped. It's not connected very good. I love junk. Peace and love, everybody. Stay tuned. Apparently I had to wiggle this a little bit because it's made out of junk, man. Hello everybody, it's SHAZIZZ. I'm out here in my mad science laboratory looking like I've been on a 300-year drunk. Need a shave and all that kind of stuff. But either way, I just got through showing you a bunch of junk in this video. And I haven't been giving you a whole lot of information just yet. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a clue. Actually, maybe a couple clues. One of which is go back and look at my video 9 volts and see what's going on in that video. But either way, let's imagine you got a windmill out there, you know, and it's you decided you want to put a little bit of power to it, right? You got you just a little bit of voltage, just enough to get it rolling like that, and then along comes a really good wind and kicks it over. What do you think's going to happen there? While you got this thing slightly under power, and then a wind comes along and hits that thing like that. Well, let me see if I can demonstrate, if I can get this to work right. I'll try it. What I've got is a voltmeter, little electric motor, and a 9-volt battery. So we will do this right here and get the motor to running. I don't know if you can see that thing's running there or not. Let me, yeah, she's running. Alright. Now what you see right here is pretty much the operating voltage kind of fluctuating a little bit there. Probably because I'm yanking around on the leads. But imagine this is that wind generator. And then along comes a big wind. Alright, so now you're starting off with, like, say around about 6 volts of electricity, kind of fluctuating down in there. It looks like it's down around about 599. Let's hit it again. It's kind of hard to do with something that's already moving to get it going a little bit faster, but you can imagine if it had a wind blade on there and a big gust of wind kicked up. Alright, so where's that energy going to go? Is it going to go back down into your battery and help charge your battery? So if you had a windmill, a wind generator, that was just slightly turning with just a little bit of energy, and a slight wind came along and spun it just a little bit more and overpowered the position where it was being ran by the little bit of energy, and then a gust of wind comes along and hits it up real good. Would you get to the point where at the very least the electric motor that was running the deal would be running so efficient that it would actually have extra energy left over to dump back into that battery? That's the question for my free thinkers out there. Now, you saw the little experiment there. You saw whenever I hit the deal a little bit faster, how the voltage from the operating voltage would jump up. Alright, so now taking that in consideration and looking at some of that junk that I showed you previously in this video, what do you think about it? And so with that said, go check out my video 9 volts if you haven't seen it already, and pay attention to what's going on in there. And think about a funnel. And let me know. Keep the good comments coming, because they've been wonderful, and I want to try to get back on there. I'll try to do that this afternoon after I get these videos. Ain't been getting much sleep. I've been pretty busy, so anyway, stay tuned, everybody. I hope you're enjoying this series. I'm really enjoying talking back and forth with you guys, and getting some really brilliant comments. Loving it. You're going to love how this comes out if you stick with me. Peace and love, everybody. Stay tuned.